Welcome everyone back to the European Journeyman. In today's episode, we have our first transfer special since winning the league title. We won the cup, we won the league, so we've done the double. So really, it's just about maintaining it. We already kind of know what's been going on. My contract's out at the end of the year. I don't have a new deal lined up because, we've won the league and the cup. Do we really need to sign a new deal? Not had any job offers since, I don't think this season at all. Hopefully, you never know. Some teams might become available during the summer window. Otherwise, we are going to be continuing on at AGF. And like I said in the last episode, now that we've kind of won the league, what we'll do is kind of similar to what we do with Tabor Shajena. Once we've kind of won the league, we'll get through the seasons a bit quicker. We don't need to show you loads of league games because we've already won the league. It's not as important. So it's more just little check-in points to see how we're getting on. But the first thing we need to do is sort out the countries. So obviously we have some countries loaded and we probably don't want them. So as are the rules of the save, we are allowed to have 6 nations in total. So we've got the one that we're currently at plus 5 others. We have 2 here that are very quick candidates to be got rid of. We knew we weren't going to go to Northern Ireland, and we pretty much knew we weren't going to Slovakia as well. So 2 nations well below us now. In the future, if we were to get a good nation, I think the Eredivisie and Holland and stuff might be one we look to get rid of. I think that might be a little bit below our level now, but I'm not going to... Obviously, we can only get rid of up to 2, so we're not going to get rid of it just yet. But one thing we do need to do is go and spin the wheel. So let's go and jump over to the wheel and get our 2 new countries. So here we have the wheel. As you can see, we've pretty much got 2 of the better ones already. I'd say we are probably looking at Spain and Italy as the last 2 we really want. I would say Portugal. Could you win a Champions League at a Portuguese club? Probably, but it would probably take a few goes. Italy and Spain are the 2 big ones. Obviously, it can be done in Portugal, so that would be probably second best choice, but is that on level with the Eredivisie? Maybe a little bit better. It's not too different. Everywhere else is probably below us now. So hopefully we get Spain or Italy. But realistically, we're probably not because of the odds. So it looks like we're going to get Croatia. Not really excited about that one, but we have to take it. The wheel taketh and giveth away, or giveth and taketh away. So Croatia is number 1. We will add Croatia. And joining Croatia in this year's spin, we are going to be loading Russia or Scotland. Looks like it's going to stop at Russia. Russia. Okay, so definitely 2 nations we won't want to go to, but that's the wheel. We left a part of it up to chance. And that's just the wheel. That's the way it works. So we will add Russia into the game. We obviously won't be going there. We'll just do the Premier League because we have no reason. We have no want to go there. Same with Croatia. We'll add just the first league because we have no reason to go there. It's below where we are now. I don't think Russia even has Europe anyway, so you definitely don't want to go there. You can't win a Champions League if you're not playing in Europe because of the ban and stuff. So they're definitely a non-option, and we don't want to go to Croatia. But that's the wheel, so no Italy, no Spain, or Portugal. And I think, again, we're kind of just playing countdown to getting those 2. Obviously, we've got 2 nations where we could win a Champions League anyway, so it's really about trying to get a move to France or Germany now. I think that's where we've got to look. I think either of those you could win a Champions League at. I would rather probably go to Germany. There's more money in the Bundesliga, and I think taking down PSG in either of those, Bayern Munich or PSG, are going to be hard to take down, but I think you've got a better chance at doing it in Germany. I think trying to dismantle PSG's run is going to be tough, but that's not what we're doing. We are still at AGF, so this is the sort of squad we've got at the minute. Goalkeeper I'm happy with. I don't think we need an improvement on Trubin. I'm happy with Groot Farm at right back, maybe a centre back to replace Matsima, definitely a left back. I'm happy with the midfield, and I'm happy with the attack. We've got a couple of boys joining us already. Confirmed is Sangare, so he's going to be another ball winner, and Trincao, another winger. So we probably don't need another midfielder or winger. We are looking at this guy, Alessandro Marcandali. He's a Italian centre-back at Genoa. Been there a while, been playing pretty well. He scouts pretty decently. He's 6'3", 16 jumping reach. I think he'd be a nice Matsima replacement. He can also play in midfield as well as a ball winner, I imagine. Really? No? Okay, yeah, he can. So if needed, he could play there as well. We're also going to be bringing Nick Ullum into the squad. He has been out on loan the last couple of seasons, spent a season on loan in the second tier of Holland. He's then had a very successful second tier loan to Germany, 12 assists in 33. Very good for Greuther Fürth, who did finish top of the league, so he's helped them win the league as well. So he's got pedigree. He looks really good. He looks like he'll slot right in, homegrown at Club and Nation. Very good stuff. So he's going to be the new playmaker with Elliott. Shea Lacey and Dyer are already on their way out. Lacey's going to join Nottingham Forest for 2.5 mil, and then Dyer's going to Al Arabi for nearly 13 million as well. I think if we get offers, we've got some interest in Luke Gillum and Nyheim. I think with Sangare and Nick Ullum coming in, we don't need Nyheim, and I think we probably could try and find a better striker. So if we get a decent offer for Gillum, we'd probably let him go, but I don't think we're in a rush to let him go. If it was around 7-ish million, I don't know, I think we just take something for him. I think he's been okay, but I think we've probably got Hassan, who's better anyway. Yeah, he started a lot less and he still scored more league goals. So I think he's good. I think we've got Heskey, Biancheri, Mila Griffiths, and then Trincao. Probably don't need another one there. Elliott, Ullum, Eshkabe, Sangare, don't need another there. And centre-backs is probably centre-back and left-back, and maybe a really good striker is probably what we're on the lookout for. So hopefully we've got that centre-back. And then hopefully we can just find a left back and a striker. So probably not a massive window, but you never know. In terms of us, like I say, our contract's out in June, so we'll see what happens there. I think it will just go month to month, which basically puts us in the shop window for a big club to come and get us. We are 4-star of reputation now. In terms of what's actually available, I'd say realistically there's nothing standing out except for Lyon. That may potentially be too big for us. I don't know. They're a 4-star team. They're rich. I mean, that would be excellent. That would be exactly the kind of club we'd want to go to. Apparently, they're interested in the Basel manager, who's got less reputation than I have. So that's all I'm saying. He's lower than me, so I definitely want to go there. But potentially, we'll see how that gets on. But yeah, so at the minute, we will just kick on in the transfer window. We'll show you when we get to free transfer day and or if anything else happens in between. Financially, the club is pretty good. We've got about 9 million. Obviously, we've got some money coming in as well. About 15 million pounds, and then all the sponsorship and stuff. So financially, we should be okay. Debt-wise, we've got a little bit of debt, but not much really. So yeah, we should be okay. So I think the squad is pretty good. I think we're probably the best team in the league now. We are. So I don't think we need a lot of work. It's just improving on it. We will be in the Champions League this season as well, because we did finish top, which is straight into the Champions League phase. So we will be playing first games in the Champions League as well. Very exciting, because the whole point of the save is to win the Champions League. So the fact that we're finally in it is definitely helps. So the board have set the budget. It's 800k in wages, 15 million in transfer budget. So not crazy. Definitely with the money coming in, you'd expect a little bit more. I imagine this budget does not take these into account. So this will put us pretty under it. But we've got more transfer budget to move into wages. So it's not a huge budget, but it's not bad. It's basically, this is the transfer budget, and then we'll have to use a little bit of that to cover these wages. So we've probably got enough left for a left back and a striker, but I don't think we'll be going out paying for anyone. It's a little bit disappointing because we are going to be getting some Champions League money. So, but that's just the way it is. We probably don't need to spend loads, do we? So it's a little bit unfortunate. You'd like more, but obviously this is kind of one of the reasons why I want to move on is you get a little bit hamstrung at these kind of clubs because there's just not enough money going around to really kick on and make that next jump up to someone who can go far in the Champions League. We did get in the quarterfinals of the Europa League, but then if we're getting beat off Brighton, we're not going to be winning the Champions League, are we? So it just kind of shows you the level that we're at. So we've reached free transfer day and a lot has happened. So transfer-wise, we'll talk about the exits first. So a couple of boys have left the club. Luke Gillum went to Brentford for £9.5 million, rising to £11.75 million. He was always good, but I think when we've got, Archer and Hassan, do we need him? I mean, he wasn't unbelievable. Oh my God, I keep burping, sorry. It wasn't unbelievable. 7 goals and 22 is okay. But he was decent and he deserves the step up. So he's back in the Premier League and it's a good move for him. Shea Lacey never really was that great. So to be able to make a profit on a player we signed on a free, 2 goals in 18, and not unbelievable. £2.5 million to Nottingham Forest. So he's back in the Premier League as well. And Keanu Dyer has opted for the money. He went for a 95 grand a week contract. Fair play to him. 12.75 million to play in Qatar. Again, he was always just a peripheral figure. He was good, but when you can make that kind of money on a peripheral figure, you'll absolutely take it, especially when you've already got options coming in. A couple more have left. Gustav Kjolstad at Nyheim has left us. He joined us in January of 29-30 on a free transfer from Arsenal. He was pretty good. He again a bit more rotation in the second season, and we've moved him on for £14.5 million. So this is the kind of business that just keeps everything moving in the right direction. Matsima came in on a free, won the league. He's went to Italy for £2 million, so fair play to him. And we've brought in replacements already. So first one in the door, Ibrahim Sangare joins us on a 1-year deal. He's obviously known in real life. He's very good, physically still very good for 33. Mentally very good, technically very good. He's a great player, star player on a free transfer. Played a season in the Championship with Nottingham Forest, obviously winning promotion because they're back up to the Premier League. Next one is Francisco Trincao, still only 31, Portuguese winger. You can play on the right, left. You can even play up front as an advanced forward if need be. 52 grand a week on a 1-year deal. Again, went to Man United for £72 million. Formerly of Sporting Lisbon, Barcelona, spent a little bit of time on loan at Wolves as well. Mostly just done well in the Portuguese leagues though, never really done much anywhere else, but £72 million and they barely played him. Just shows you Man United's business, doesn't it? But 52 grand a week, very good wage for a player of his reputation. On a 1-year deal, likely to extend him later in the season. Next one is Alessandro Macandali. He's a 29-year-old Italian centre-back, 42.5 grand a week on a 2-year deal till 2033. On a free from Genoa, been playing regularly in Serie A. Looks very good as a replacement. So this is pretty much what I think our first 11 will look like. Trubin in goal, Groot Farm and Carl as the fullbacks, Macandali and Slotziger at centre-back, Ekshkabe and Harvey Elliott, Trincao on the right, Heskey on the left, and then Archer and Hassam up top with the rest of the boys. We'll probably look to move Mila Griffiths on. He has just signed a new deal, but I think with all the other boys coming in, we probably don't have space for him. We probably still need a left back. We probably still need a striker as well. So that's the 2 positions we're going to look at. Financially, with all that business coming in, we've done really well. Even with the wages gone, we're looking okay. So we've got 24 mil to spend plus wages. So we'll take a look, see if there's any freebies. Otherwise, we'll go out and actually try and spend money. In terms of other clubs, unfortunately, all the other ones that were available, Lyon was the only one. They went and appointed Hasenhüttl. He was Austria manager, so he's left to go manage Lyon, which is fair enough. So obviously we didn't even get offered an interview, which is crazy. Contract-wise, we are now just on month to month, so if anyone does want us, they don't have to pay anything. So I don't think that would really matter to a Lyon anyway, but at least it puts us in that shop window where if anyone wants us, we're always available. The bad news is if we don't do very well, it's very easy to sack us. But I don't think we're going to do badly. I think the squad's too good for that. So we won't sign a new deal because, like I say, we've already accomplished what we wanted to here. We've won the league. So we'll keep an eye out. We'll see what becomes available. A big Bundesliga move and a big France move is obviously what we're after, but it just depends when they become available. So we'll see how the season progresses. But in terms of us, I think we're looking good. We're looking good. So we want to try and win the league again, try and do the cup, and then also see how far we can get in the Champions League. If we can get through the knockouts, I think that will be a good good run for us. So we'll get in the Champions League phase this year, and we'll play some games in there as well. So it's all looking good. We've obviously got our matches set up at Midtjylland to start. So we're going to go look for a left back, go look for a striker, and hopefully I'll be able to bring in one of those before we get to the beginning of the season, which is only, to be fair, in 20 days' time. So we've reached the first game of the season and all of the transfer stuff has been pretty much done. We have only signed a couple of players, but we've let a lot go. So lots to cover. Floyd Samba has left to Celtic for £2 million. We signed him from Man City on a free. He didn't play. He went out on loan to Swansea in the Championship. Didn't do that well. He was never good enough. Paul Revert has left. He's just one of the young goalkeepers to Wolfsburg for some money. Cow, that Brazilian striker we signed on a free, again, never played. Had a really good season on loan in Greece. for PAOK, he's then went, or PAOK, however you say it, he's now went to Saudi for £2.5 million. So made a profit on someone we didn't even play once. A couple more youngsters have left. I don't think you'll know any of these. Samuel Haruna has left the club for £10 million. He was always second choice right back. We've got another right back lined up, but yeah, we haven't been able to bring him in before the first game of the season, which is a little bit disappointing, but he's went to Frankfurt for £10 million, has Haruna, 3.7 million spent from Czech Republic, so we've done really well there. Another nice profit on there. A couple more youngsters have left. Benny McKendy was another one, came in on a free. He did play actually in the first season he joined, didn't play in the second season, went out on loan to Serie A. So he's went to Everton. How on earth he's got that move, I don't know, but he's went for £4 million. And then transfers in. So we have brought two players in since you last seen. Liam Delap, we all know, 28-year-old English striker. He's going to be our new advanced forward, competing with Hassan. He looks really good. Scored 11 goals in the Championship last season, being regularly scoring in the Championship for Ipswich, and also scoring a bit in the Prem as well. Another Englishman, Lee Hargreaves, joins us on a free transfer after leaving Man City. Actually scored two goals and 1 assist in the 3 games he played for them in the league, so definitely decent. Looks really quick, good technicals, could improve on the mentals, but hopefully that'll improve as we go. Signed him on a 2-year deal, happy to be a squad player, so perfect really. So he joins us on a free. We're also looking at these players. Joe Lopez, right back. We just need to get his work permit sorted. He should be our new right back. Looks really good. James Justin was just a backup in case that didn't work out, so chances are we won't be getting him. Same with this, we've got Alexis Albertinho, a wonder kid striker from Argentina. Looks really good. Obviously, tons of potential, been scoring for Cologne in Argentina. And then as a backup, if that doesn't work out, we've got Chidi Obi Martin coming in on loan, but we should be okay. In terms of the squad, we are looking good for our registration. We've got 1 space spare with 3 players, so we can realistically bring 2 in, which would be the striker and right back from Argentina. Otherwise, if we get Chidi, I mean, we can always take Chidi as Cheeto as well, Obi Martin on a loan anyway, because he would actually, no, he's not homegrown at Nation, is he? He is Danish, but he's not actually homegrown at Nation, so scratch that. That's just a backup. But we've got 4 homegrown players now with Ullum, Rash, Kanagard and Poulsen in there. Obviously, we don't have to register Poulsen if we didn't want to, but he takes up one of these, so it's fine. And then obviously we've got 7 nation players as well, so we're a little front-loaded with wingers. We've probably got 1 too many. We're still trying to move Mila Griffiths on. It'll probably just be a loan for him. Unfortunately, Groot Farms picked up an injury, so he's going to miss the start of the season. We haven't got a right back in yet, so Fish is going to have to deputise for the first game. Hopefully not too bad. But yeah, I mean, usually we would play the first 2 games, but I don't, like I say, we are going to try and get through it a little bit quicker now. So what I'll probably do is play maybe come back in October maybe for the next episode and kind of see, just as a check-in, how we're getting on. Unless something interesting happens, then of course we'll be back earlier, but I think that'll do. I think that's what we'll do, so we don't need to play games when we've already kind of won the league. So I think we'll come back around October time. Unless something interesting happens, then we'll be back a bit earlier. So yeah, that's it. I think we'll definitely be probably bringing one of these 2 in, or sort of say one of these right backs in and one of these strikers in. Hopefully it'll be these 2, and it's just work permits, so I think at this point it's pretty much locked in. It will be them 2. We can definitely afford it. We've got lots of wages. They're quite small deals, so not concerned at all. We've got plenty of money. We've got a good squad that's capable of winning the league. I think it should be a cakewalk. I think this is probably something that we'll be playing to start with. Whether Heskey keeps his spot on the left, I don't know. Potentially Biancheri could come in on the left, maybe. Something like that instead. Yeah, not a bad deal. Archer's signed a new deal till 2033. Has as Harvey Elliott as well. So lots of players tied down. And it's looking good. I think this is a good squad. We'll start with Delap, but we'll see how he gets on. If it doesn't kick on, then Hassan can always come in. Hassan's got a new deal till 2035, so long-term business at the club. Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty much what the squad's going to look like. We'll obviously get a right back in, try and get another striker in. And we've probably got 1 too many wingers with all these boys. So potentially could O'Regan Heskey move on? Potentially Heskey could be one to move on. So, but I think the core of this squad will stay the same. This 11 probably won't change, even if we make a sign, and the only difference would be a right back in. Obviously, Group Farm will probably still be first choice, but he's always injured, so good to have someone else. So that's going to do it for now. Debuts for a few boys, but that'll happen off on camera because, like I say, we've already won the league. Let's try and kick on. If anything happens job-wise, if anything comes up, then we'll obviously come back for that if we get any interviews. But in the meantime, we'll just kick on. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the European Journeyman, this transfer special with all the new countries and stuff like that. And I'll see you all for the next one very soon.